By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build an audience of people who trust you and how to build that audience really fast. And no, you don't need to be dancing on reels, spamming LinkedIn, or paying Zuckerberg a pretty penny. You just need to tap into a resource that most business owners overlook, and that resource is partnerships. Because someone already has your audience, and when they introduce you, credibility comes built in. How do you know if you don't have an audience of raving fans? Well, 1, you know that you're really good at what you do, a great service, and gets real results. The kind of results that change lives and businesses. But no one seems to notice you're invisible and you're just finding that annoying and frustrating. And if you're anything like me, you start wondering if there's something wrong with you. Why can't anyone see this? Am I charging too much? What should I do about my offer? Or worst of all, should I just give up? You're posting, you're creating, you're sharing, and no one's engaging with you. So you step back, you lose your confidence, and you try to hide. Or you show up with shaky energy, hoping that this time it lands and someone sees you. The silence is brutal, and you question every decision, every post, every offer that you have, and you start to resent the thing you once felt called to do. And while you're busy overthinking, someone else just comes along, swoops in. They might have less experience, less skill, but they're really good at getting attention and being visible. They get the clients, they get the credit, they get the life you've been working so hard for. And here's the real problem. You're stuck playing what we call the slow game. Maybe you're tinkering with your sales funnel or rewriting your LinkedIn bio. Maybe you're chasing the algorithm like it owes you something. But what you really need is to be seen, to be trusted, and introduced. And the best way for this to happen is through someone who already has your ideal client's attention. That's the power of partnerships, and that's what we're diving into today. In this episode, I'm going to give you a simple tool to shortcut your growth, which is strategic partnerships. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to identify your perfect partner, craft a message that gets a yes, and create a win-win collaboration that grows your audience, your credibility, and your revenue. The reason why I can help you with this is because when I first entered the accounting space in 2016, I had 0 connections. I had no audience, no credibility, not even one accountant was connected with me on LinkedIn. But what I did have was a skill set in marketing and the belief that leverage was smarter than hustle. So what did I do? I built partnerships, and within a few months I was running joint webinars, I was sponsoring events and getting introduced to hundreds and hundreds of potential ideal clients. I was growing my email list by the thousands month on month. Now those partnerships didn't just get me known, they opened doors to opportunities I didn't even know existed. I was going to industry events, I was having speaking gigs, I had strategic collaborations that drove real revenue. That's why I'm so passionate about partnerships. They grow your business fast, even from nothing. Here's where most advisors and CFOs go wrong. They rely solely on word of mouth or organic content, hoping that the algorithm picks up. Or maybe you jump into ads before you truly know your audience. Worse still, maybe you're trying to build an audience from scratch and doing it alone, one LinkedIn connection at a time. One networking event at a time. And the result is that you're burnt out, you're frustrated, and you're feeling like you're shouting into a void, and it feels like very slow success. The truth is that you don't need to go it alone. Someone already has your people, and that's where partnerships come in. The first step is for you to identify who is a perfect partner for your partnerships. And it starts with one simple question. Who has the trust of the people that I want to serve? Now, you're not looking for competitors, you're looking for complementors, people or brands who serve your ideal client, but in a different but aligned way. Maybe these people offer tech solutions or tools or communities or a service that sits beside yours. Think about software platforms, industry influencers, maybe membership groups, consultants, podcast hosts, or event organizers. Once you've got a few in mind, go deeper and ask yourself, do they share your values? Do they create quality work? And would your audience benefit from knowing them? And vice versa, would their audience benefit from knowing you? Now, what I'm talking about isn't about having a quick win. What we're trying to do is create a win-win alliance. So once you've done that, next consider your own assets. What is it that you're bringing to the table? It could be your expertise, it could be your message, or maybe you even have an audience that they want to tap into, or simply you are just awesome and you're going to make their brand look great. The best partnerships come from aligned missions and complementary strengths. So what I'd like to do now is give you the 2 real-world examples that catapulted my success in the accounting and financial profession. The first partnership that I teamed up with when I first started working with accountants was with a company called Ignition. Back then they were called Practice Ignition. And please remember, as I said, I had 0 audience in the accounting profession, and they had exactly what I needed, which was reach of my ideal clients. They had trust with their ideal clients and their audience, and a highly engaged user base of accountants and bookkeepers. Now, what they didn't have, which was what I had, was I brought the marketing and sales expertise, and they brought the credibility and the eyeballs that I needed. So together we decided to team up. We co-hosted webinars, we shared content, and delivered really great trainings that plugged me directly with my ideal clients, which was their audience. This didn't just get me visible, it gave me instant authority. And this is the power of partnerships, instant authority. The introductions came from a brand that accountants and bookkeepers already trusted, which meant that I didn't have to prove myself. I was validated just by being in the same room with them, even before I opened my mouth. Now, that one partnership built the foundations for my entire presence in this profession. And I am still so very grateful for the fact that they trusted me and invited me into their world. Now, that was a great partnership, and one that even the people that I dealt with during that time, I'm now still partnering up with new things that they're bringing into the world and I'm bringing into the world as well. And that's very exciting. But one of the things that I did when I really wanted to grow my presence here in the UK in particular is team up with Accountex. Now, Accountex is the leading accounting and bookkeeping show here in the UK. Actually, it's in the world. And I had this wild idea to launch the British Accounting Marketing Awards. And I approached a wonderful lady called Zoe Lacey Cooper, and she was the event director at the time at Accountex. And I pitched her the concept of the British Accounting Marketing Awards. And she said yes. So what we decided to do was launch the awards at Accountex. We brought on judges from all corners of the profession, and we built credibility, connection, and a really nice buzz. That one idea, backed by the right partner, which was Accountex, positioned me not just as a marketer, but actually as a leader and advocate for innovation in the accounting industry. It opened doors to speak on main stages, collaborate with national publications, and built real long-term brand equity. So, how did I get these opportunities? Well, I reached out to them. In all honesty, it wasn't complicated at all. It was simply me sending a message. And then what we did is we jumped on a Zoom, and together we came up with ideas that was a win-win for both of us. And that's the thing, right? You have to remember that there is no such thing as self-made success. Every big name you admire got a hand up through connection and collaboration. Leverage is the shortcut to trust. And trust is what drives buying decisions. Partnerships give you that trust, pre-installed. So if you're serious about building an audience of ready-to-buy clients, start with partnerships. Click on the worksheet in the description to map out your partnership template, and then reach out to 10 people whom you'd like to collaborate with. It's not just faster, it's way smarter. And best of all, it works, even if you're just getting started. Now, if this episode sparked something for you, please share it with a friend, leave a rating, or even send me a DM. Let me know which partnership idea you're going to pursue first. And as always, thanks for tuning in. You've got this. See you next time.